All right, so we're going to go over adding and subtracting monomials and exponent rules. So for the first two, we're going to deal with adding and subtracting and the product rule. For the next video, we'll be doing power and quotient. So as you can remember from the class, these are kind of similar to your notes, just in a different way. So adding and subtracting monomials, you are going to only combine like terms. This means if I have regular numbers such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on and so forth, I am going to either add or subtract depending on what the question is telling me. For the variables, which are x's, y's, q's, any letter, we're not going to change the letter. So do not change the variables. And I'm going to put underneath it so I know these are the letters and exponents, which are the numbers right up here. That's an exponent. So I'm going to combine the like terms. So these are numbers. I'll put regular numbers. Those are 1 through infinity. Okay, I'm going to combine those terms, but I'm not going to change the variables, the letters, with the exponents. Okay, I'm not changing anything else. So let's go over an example. And if you, at any time you need to pause it, simply pause it. So I am dealing with subtraction for this one. So I know I'm going to circle what I'm going to combine. I'm going to combine my whole numbers. I'm going to include the subtraction sign because that's what it's telling me to do. So since I combined those, I'm going to bring them down here. And this is saying 9 minus 10. If I have $9 in the bank and I take 10 out, I'm going to have negative $1. So the first part of my equation is negative 1. Now, if you can remember what we said up there, we're not going to be changing the variables and exponents. We're just going to bring them simply down to the rest of my problem. So I'm going to take these two. Since they're the same, I'm not going to combine them. I'm not going to change them at all. All I'm going to do is bring it down right here. So now I have negative 1 x squared y. There you go. There's your first problem solved. Sometimes it might be in words, such as this one. I'm going to subtract 6w from 8w. So, which one comes first? Well, if I'm subtracting something from the original number, from something else, the 8w is going to come first. So I'm subtracting negative 6w from 8w. That's what that's saying. I'm subtracting this 6w from the 8w. So I'm going to combine my like terms. All I'm going to do is leave the w completely alone. I'm going to subtract 8 from 6. So I have 8 minus 6, which is going to give me what? 2. So I have 2 in front of the w's. I'm just going to bring the w down. Not doing anything at all to it. 2w. You can also think of it like this. 8 minus 6, that's 2. Then just add on the w, 2w. Okay. The next one right here, it says add 10y to 6y. So I'm adding 10y to 6y. All I'm going to do is add the 6 and the 10. Leave the y's alone. So 6 plus 10 is going to give me 16. Didn't do anything with the y's, not allowed to do anything to the y. Just bring it on over. So then I have 16y. For the next one, combined the like terms. So I'm combining 14 plus 6. Okay, so I have 14 plus 6, which is going to give me 20. I am leaving the a squared and the b cubed alone. All I'm doing is bringing it down. All I'm going to do. So I have 20a squared plus b cubed. Bring them down. Don't combine them. Don't make it a to the power of 4 and b to the power of 6. Leave it as is, based on the instructions above. Take a second, and now we're going to move to the product rule. Now we're going to review or learn the product rule. Sometimes you might see that these a and b's might be two different letters, such as m and n as in no. That is completely fine. All this is going to tell me is whatever x is, doesn't matter, I'm going to combine a and b together. So for this product rule, right at the top, you can write add exponents together. So anytime you see a letter times another letter with an exponent, all you're going to do is add the exponents together. Take a minute, pause it if you need. Okay, so all I'm doing is adding the exponents together when they're being multiplied. Okay? So now we're going to move down to our examples. These two are going to be on your sheet. These two are extra ones that we're going to go over. So I have h to the power of 2 times h to the power of 6. This is what it looks like written out. If I break these down, h times h, okay? And if I write the 6 out, there's 6 h's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I count every single one of these together, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 h's. So my answer is going to be h to the power of 8. That is one strategy to do it. The other strategies, such as what the rule says up here, instead of writing it completely out, I can instantly do this. h2 plus 6. Is it still going to give me the same answer? Absolutely. You could draw them out. You could write it out like this. Depends on how you prefer it. Okay. For the next one. Oops. Combined like terms. If you remember, this is a multiplication sign. Anytime any of these are touching, there is an invisible multiplication symbol between all of these. Okay? So, do a little bit of distributive property, right? Combine my like terms. So I have negative 2 times 7. It's my first set. This is going to be times my second set, which is my a's. So I'm going to combine my a's together. Since I'm multiplying, that's what the middle dot says, I'm multiplying them. Go like that. And now the b's, it might not look like they have an exponent, but they actually do. There's an invisible 1 here. So anytime you see that, add the invisible 1. And then I'm going to combine times b1 times b1. So as the rule says above, I'm going to add the exponents together. Since these don't have exponents, just going to multiply them together. A negative times a negative is a positive. I'm sorry, a negative times a positive is a negative. So negative 2 times positive 7 is going to be negative 14. The rule up here, the product rule. I'm going to add the exponents together. 3 plus 2, which is going to give me 5. Okay, so this is this times this. And my b, since I have 1 plus 1, I'm going to have 2b. And there you go. You don't have to write the multiplication sign in between. You can just write it like this if you please. Both are acceptable answers. So now we're going to do 2 practice examples that are not on your sheet. I want you to try pausing the video first, try the first one yourself, or try both of them, and then unpause it. So, combine my like terms, right? This is a whole number, this is a whole number. So I have negative 12 times 3, and then I need to combine my other like terms, which are a's. A negative times a positive is a negative, so I have negative 36, and my a's are going to be right next to it. I know that I need to add these together. 7 plus 2 is 9. So there's my final answer. Now for the last one. This is a positive 3. Okay, I accidentally messed up. I meant to write a different number. But this says m to the power of 3 times m to the power of 8. So this is saying m times m times m times 8 more m's ran out of a little room. If I add these all together, which is what we are doing for this product rule, you can add it like this, or you can add it like this. 8 plus 3 is what? 11. So m to the power of 11. If I count all these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I still get m to the power of 11. Take some time, write out some more examples, Google some more examples, and get ready for the next video on the quotient rule and the other rule, the negative rule.